Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode of Too Small, the show in which we take an average everyday build and say, hey, that's far too small, how about we make it 10 times bigger? And this episode is a little bit of an exception because as you can see, this build isn't particularly massive. I mean, there have been some crazy big builds on Too Small recently and I thought I would tone things back a little bit, but in today's episode, we are going to be taking a look at a concept that could only belong in a Too Small episode, and that is the Redstone Crafting Handyman. Now the idea behind this one really is quite simple. Using redstone alone, this will tell you how to craft items and even give you the resources to do it. So let's take a closer look. So the concept here is incredibly simple. Over here we have got ourselves a set of 9 chests and all of them are laid out in a crafting grid type formation. So I'm sure you can all understand what's going to be happening over there. Then over here we have got ourselves an item selector panel. This is how you select what item you actually want to craft. So we're going to be deselecting pistons because I've crafted loads of those, okay? I know exactly how to do that one. And we are going to be selecting daylight sensors because I rarely ever do daylight sensors and I never know how to craft those ones. Then all we have to do is just head over here, hit this button, and the machine will begin to do all of the work. So all of the items are being dropped out into all of the hoppers and they should, in theory, be all making their way into the chest. So if you take a look in here, you can see that we have got all of the slabs going in. And there we go, that is all 16, so then we should have a complete daylight sensor in all of these different chests, so then we can just take them out of the chest, and now that we know the crafting formation, just head down to this crafting bench and craft them up. So, now that I've crafted up all my daylight sensors, and I don't really know what to do with all of them, how about we take a look around the back and see what is going on with all the redstone. So, as you can see here, it is made up of a handful of different circuits. The first one that you can spot is this red circuit right here. Now this is how you select the different items. For example, if you just flick this lever here, you can see that that repeater turns on, and that means that we have selected comparator. And the way that it works is actually incredibly simple. This is known as a red coder circuit. It's a very old circuit, but it is super useful, and I use it quite often in a lot of my builds. Basically, it uses the length of the redstone powering. So you can see we've selected this. The redstone power goes all the way across here and runs out over here, which means that this one is the one that is being selected. It's a super simple design, and I'll put a link to that one down in the description. So if we just pop down to the bottom, you can see we've got the cyan circuit. This runs out from the button that activates the entire thing. Now, all of these comparators and repeaters that you can see here, they seem to all be winding into one another. This is essentially a big pulse extender, which runs into this hopper clock here, which gives us the exact 16 items. Now, 16 is a nice round number. In my opinion, it's a quarter of a stack, and I thought that would be a good number of items to run through into the chest. So that hopper clock runs into all of these different redstone repeaters and things, which make their way through this selector system, which of course is linked up to the red coder, and then they take that signal up like this into all of the droppers, which drop all of the items out into the separate hopper strings, which take them down into the separate different chests, so that we have ourselves the little crafting grid. Now, as you can see there, it's actually a fairly simple system. There's not too much to it, but obviously it got fairly large. Now, as always with these sorts of builds, I'm not going to be doing a tutorial on this one simply because it's pretty large and also it's not the most useful thing in the world. However, as always, there is a world download down in the description for anyone that wants to check that out. Chuck it into your Minecraft world saves folder and have a little bit of fun. But anyway, ladies and gents, that is all I've got time for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please just hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.